You're going to be arrested for reckless driving.
Arrested?
That's the next step, is for you to hand me the key. You could be charged with, understand?
Jack Doherty just crossed a line he can't come back from. We're not talking about YouTube drama or beef with other creators anymore. This is about real police involvement, potential charges, and footage so reckless it might actually land him behind bars. The internet's been buzzing non-stop, and honestly, after seeing what just leaked, it's hard to imagine how he walks away from this one. So here's what happened. New clips have surfaced showing Jack straight up mocking police officers while live streaming. And we're not talking about some accidental encounter or a misunderstanding. He deliberately filmed them, disrespected them to their faces, and then uploaded everything for views and ad revenue. Think about that for a second. He literally used law enforcement as props for content, turning serious situations into entertainment just to farm engagement online. That's not just immature or edgy. That's dangerously reckless behavior that could have real legal consequences. People online are tearing him apart right now, and frankly, it's getting impossible to defend anything he does anymore. But it gets worse. Way worse. Videos have started circulating again that allegedly connect Jack to some seriously questionable activities involving his OnlyFans agency. Reports claim authorities might be looking into these situations, and if any of this gets confirmed, we're not talking about platform bans or fines. We're talking actual prison time. McKinley Richardson already came forward with disturbing accusations, even comparing his behavior to Jeffrey Epstein, which is why the internet's now calling him Jack Epstein. Wild claim? Absolutely. But it's spreading like wildfire, and leaked clips seem to back up at least some of what's being said. Before we dive deeper into this wild story, make sure to hit subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss the next video. Now, let's get back to it.
No, but what's their reason?
Hey, why don't you call help for him instead of yelling at the person with the camera?
But I know before that.
Fighting, look.
Yeah.
What the they're fighting, the cops are right there.
There's a fight. Whoa, watch out. Oh my God, what's... He's resisting.
The most disturbing part? In these new viral videos, you can actually watch Jack and the Island Boys completely disrespecting officers during active arrests. They're recording without permission, laughing at serious situations, and turning real police work into live stream content. In one particularly insane clip, they're filming while cops are literally restraining someone, and security has to physically step in to stop them from crossing the line. People around them are begging them to stop, warning that they're violating policies and potentially spreading misinformation. But Jack and the Island Boys, they just keep filming anyway. You can hear it in the footage. Voices shouting for them to put the cameras down. Security guards repeatedly telling them to stop. And they just don't care to. It's pure arrogance on display, and it might finally be the mistake that costs Jack everything. They're not just being rude or annoying, they're actively interfering with police operations, creating chaos during serious incidents, and treating law enforcement like they're part of some prank video. This isn't content creation anymore. This is behavior that could legitimately be classified as obstruction, and if authorities decide to press charges, Jack could be facing way more than just bad publicity. Then it gets even more unbelievable. While an arrest is literally happening right in front of them, the Island Boys start questioning the officers, asking why they're doing what they're doing, challenging their authority in the middle of an active situation. Like, who do they think they are to interrupt cops doing their actual jobs? The audacity is off the charts. You can see Jack just standing there filming the whole thing, not showing an ounce of respect or awareness about how serious the situation is. Both security and bystanders are telling them to back off, but they're so focused on getting content that nothing else matters. If this kind of behavior isn't treated as criminal conduct by authorities, something's seriously broken in the system. But that's not even where this story ends. There's another clip that went viral showing traffic cops pulling Jack over for reckless driving. And instead of handling it like a responsible adult, he turns the entire stop into content for his channel. The officer asks for his information, and Jack's immediately cracking jokes, filming everything, treating the whole situation like it's a bit for his viewers. He's literally using real law enforcement as entertainment props again, proving he doesn't take anything seriously anymore. Here's where it gets really bad. The officer tells him he was going 85 in a 35 zone. 85 in a 35. That's not just speeding, that's the definition of reckless driving. And when asked about it, Jack tries playing dumb, saying he didn't realize, claiming maybe he was going 50 at most. The officer's not buying it and straight up tells him he's lying. And this is where Jack's pattern becomes crystal clear, because this isn't his first time. Remember when he crashed that McLaren and almost got his cameraman killed? That was pure recklessness caught on camera, undeniable proof of his dangerous behavior behind the wheel. Even after that massive incident, even after officers warned him not to repeat the same mistakes, Jack still can't help himself. During this traffic stop, he's disrespectful, arrogant, acting like the rules don't apply to him. The officer is showing him way more patience than he deserves. Honestly, most people with that attitude would have been cuffed on the spot, but Jack just keeps pushing, joking around, asking if his friend can come pick up the rental car instead of it being impounded. The officer explains the consequences clearly, that Jack made a choice today and now he has to deal with what happens next. And even then, Jack's making light of everything, asking questions like it's all negotiable.
Don't record it, don't record it, don't record it. No, I ain't trying to... So, hey, listen.
Stop.
I understand, but like I'm just
Right? You haven't taken it there yet.
I understand that, but
So I'm actually helping you out quite a bit.
Thank you. I know,
So
but like
he can call him after all this is done. You can tell him, hey, this is the situation, this is where the car is. And he can go to the station, he can present paperwork that he's the registered owner and try and get it released. That's where we are. We're not changing any of that.
there's no way you can just come pick it up.
Absolutely not.
So it's just to save him.
Yeah, no, that's the decision you made today,
Yeah.
and there's consequences for that decision.
I understand
So
that, but
you can tell him where the car is. We'll give you that information, and you can tell him he could go there to get the release.
all right. So what do you think will come out of this?
I honestly don't know. It's up to the court. It's not up to me.
It's like I have to carry you through life, and it's like you're my girlfriend. I have things I have to do every day. So you're supposed to help me through it. You used to be so helpful with it. You used to make your own videos all day long, and I was able to do my own thing, help everyone else with their stuff. I have to just help me and you now.
The cop finally has enough and tells Jack point blank that it's amazing how much he thinks this is all a joke. And that's the core problem right there. Jack Doherty has violated traffic laws, lied to police, and shown repeated disrespect to officers, yet he still hasn't faced real consequences. If authorities actually review all these clips and take them seriously, the evidence is right there in his own uploads. If you think disrespecting police is where this ends, you're wrong. There's a whole other layer to this situation that's even darker. Leaked footage has emerged showing what Jack allegedly did to McKinley and other women who were contracted under his agency. And what these clips reveal is deeply disturbing. In one video, you can hear Jack telling someone, presumably a girlfriend, that he has to carry her through life, that she used to be helpful making her own content all day so he could focus on other things. But now he has to manage both of them. The implication is clear. These women aren't partners or collaborators, they're assets. Reports and leaked clips suggest Jack was forcing the women around him to be filmed constantly, 24/7, without breaks. Not for a few hours, not just during planned content, but literally around the clock. And according to what's being said, he wouldn't allow them to turn cameras off for even a second because in his mind, every moment not filmed is money lost from his investment in them. Read that again. His investment. He's allegedly treating real human beings like their equipment, like money-making machines that exist solely to generate revenue for him. There's another leaked clip where someone asks why cameras are being kicked out of a room and Jack immediately threatens to leave, saying there's no point being there if they can't film. It shows a pattern of behavior where everything, every single moment, has to be monetized and recorded. The women in these situations reportedly had no privacy, no autonomy, just constant surveillance and pressure to perform for content. This isn't management or business partnership, this is control and exploitation disguised as content creation. And this is exactly why McKinley Richardson's accusations hit so hard. When she came forward comparing Jack's behavior to Jeffrey Epstein, people initially thought it was exaggerated. But as more clips leak and more details emerge, the comparison doesn't seem so wild anymore. The internet's now calling him Jack Epstein, and that nickname is sticking because the alleged behavior matches a pattern of exploitation and control. If authorities investigate these claims and find evidence of coercion or exploitation, Jack could be facing charges that go way beyond traffic violations or disrespecting officers. So, here we are. Jack Doherty has gone from controversial YouTuber to someone potentially facing serious criminal investigations. From mocking police officers on livestream to dangerous driving that endangered lives, from lying to authorities to allegedly exploiting and controlling women under his agency, the evidence just keeps piling up. And all of it is documented, uploaded by Jack himself, or leaked by people who've had enough. This isn't internet beef anymore. This isn't drama that'll blow over in a week. We're watching someone whose ego and need for content has potentially pushed them into criminal territory. The authorities are paying attention now. The public is watching every move. And the question everyone's asking isn't if Jack Doherty will face consequences, it's when. Because at some point, the system catches up. At some point, the behavior becomes too reckless to ignore. What happens next depends on whether law enforcement decides to act on what's already public. The clips are out there. The witnesses have spoken. The pattern is established. Will this finally be the moment Jack Doherty faces real accountability, or will he somehow slip through again? Based on everything we've seen, it's hard to imagine how he walks away from this one. The walls are closing in, and for once it seems like there might actually be consequences waiting on the other side.